We are live. Estamos en vivo esta noche. No need to adjust again your SAP button, as they say. We are here live, another edition of the All Sports Matters podcast. I am Amir Shiraz, aka Poppy Ortiz 02 on the Twitter. I guess the X now. I can't even say Twitter anymore. It's crazy how times is changing. But like usual, I am never alone. Okay, and you are not alone. Please, mental health is important. But I'm gonna bring on my brothers. Come join me, gentlemen. What is going on?
What's up? What's up?
You.
I gotta turn my volume down. What's going on, man? You guys had a good week? Talk to me.
You have an orange glow about yourself. What's going on?
I do. I got an
Orange glow?
Yeah, something going on with that shirt, that Macho Man shirt.
Going on there or something.
Ooh, yeah.
That's what I was just about to say. You took it right out of my mouth.
Well, I don't want to make you upset. I don't want to make you upset that I did that. And speaking of upset, I don't know if Kansas City Chiefs fans are upset right now. They're fans and fantasy fans. Because if you had anybody else other than Mahomes, you probably gonna lose this week.
Damn, Tony.
If you had butter hands,
brick hands.
What was the dude from the replacements? Orlando Jones. That's who was out there. That's who was out there last night. I'm not understanding.
Didn't he come from the New York Football Giants?
Holy crap! That's why they got rid of him. Technically, they got rid of him for 3rd and 6. I didn't know what was going on, but I know now. But let's back up just a little bit though. If it wasn't for Tony and how he played in the Super Bowl, do they win that Super Bowl?
Hey, guess what? You're only as good as your last football play. That's all I'm going to say about that.
And his last football play was terrible.
Trash.
Horrible.
Well, MVS, Marquez Van. Yeah,
Valdez Scantling.
There you go. Say it. Yeah.
He shut up. He had 5 catches, 53 yards, something like that. So he shut up. I'm trying to figure out why they stopped throwing to him.
And Rice.
Because they paid Tony all that money.
And yes, you said it perfectly right, Big Rob. Because Tony obviously was point shaving, as you said what you said. Who is this Rice? Who is this Rice kid?
Rice from Southern Methodist, SMU.
You made it sound like he came from church.
They drafted him in the 2nd round.
You just said he just came from church. Southern Methodist?
SMU, isn't that what Southern Methodist? SMU?
Yep. That's
what it stands for.
Yeah, sure, but Sky Moore, Kadarius Toney.
Sky Moore disappointed.
But you can tell as the offensive line, which was, by the way, offsides every other play.
Oh my God, that right tackle.
He false start every
play.
Every play that was a pass. That's how I was sitting there watching that game.
Every play.
You could tell by if he took 2 steps back before Mahomes snapped the ball, pass.
He was rocking all kinds of, and they brought it up on the broadcast. Even the commentators was talking about it. I'm like, bruh, come on, y'all gotta do something. This is ridiculous.
Stephen Wonder saw what that was going on. Stephen Wonder could see that trash.
But you can tell that.
And they didn't call it until the end of the game.
One time.
You can tell Mahomes' body language was looking for Kelsey the entire time. He was looking at him. He missed him bad last night. Yard marker, but Kelsey always open for some reason, and that's what he was looking at. And every time he threw deep, the wide receivers were shocked, and they didn't get it. Some of those throws were short. Obviously it's the first week of the season. You get that out your system, but losing Kelsey, though, how big is that?
Huge. That's his number one option. It's huge. You don't have a cheater no more. You don't have all the other weapons that you used to have. Kelsey was your only constant, and you don't have him right now. So that's huge.
So how weird is it? Like I come to you, how weird is it that CEH was the starting running back last night?
You saw what I put in the text message. Montgomery and CEH starting.
I expected Montgomery. I expected Montgomery to start.
I was thrown off.
I didn't. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I didn't. But I know Gibbs and Pacheco fantasy owners were shook at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, I was a little upset because I got Pacheco, but then he got hurt. I was like, come on now.
So he got hurt. I
bro.
didn't catch that part. He got hurt.
Yeah, he came back. He tweaked his knee or his ankle or something, but he did come back. And can we talk about Jones sitting up in the skybox eating nachos?
Well, he
his
said
agents?
he came back from the unveiling of the banner.
my point.
Oh, my bad. Finish your point.
No, go ahead, man.
Finish your point.
Well, we're doing this again, guys. Are we
Hey.
cutting that off?
I don't.
It's
No.
Jim.
I have the violence this week. Finish your point.
No, go ahead, man.
Rob, how mad are you or will you be if you were, say, a defensive lineman or, hell, a player, period, and you see the guy that's holding out in the skybox?
I smacked the dog shit out of him, probably.
Ooh. Sorry. Too
Yeah,
late.
hey, look, I'm just being honest. Because, brother, we down there fighting. We down there giving everything we got. And I know you trying to get your money right. I get it. But you going to come sit in the skybox while I'm out here fighting for my life?
So would you have rather sat at home?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, like I said, he said he showed up because he wanted to see that banner raised up. He said he was a big part of that, which he was.
He was.
So he wanted to see the banner raised.
But go home
I'm trying
now.
to figure out why he stayed to the game then, you know?
There you go. That part. Go home. You watch the banner. Get out. I'm good. But I'm petty. So I'm the wrong person to ask because I'm petty. So don't ask me.
Obviously, he is too.
But see, we gave the credit to Chiefs losing or Chiefs wide receivers, which is obvious. They catch some balls, they kick a field goal, Chiefs win like they usually do. But what credit, or shouldn't the Lions get a lot of credit for playing that game? The way they played it anyway. Hutchinson was in that backfield like every other night.
I don't know if y'all remember when we were having the conversation in the chat, and I was like, I'm really liking the Lions. And we had the agreement. I think it was me and Fleck were talking about they are pretty good. I thought they could win, but the fact that they did win, I was surprised, but kind of not surprised. I don't know.
Well, for me, if they had a better offensive line, I think the Chiefs they were just off. The offensive line
just off.
didn't really hold the line too well. Any team that holds that line, and I get it, Hutchinson, you're gonna have to double team him. You got to double team him every
Yeah.
snap. But
Yeah.
the Lions didn't throw the ball away. They still need another wide receiver other than St. Brown. They did run the ball good. I give them credit for that. The Lions didn't look to me like they're ready to win a division yet. But they did take a lot of steps, so I'm going to give them credit for that. They took a lot of steps further because the defense showed up. Last year, that was their problem. They didn't have a defense.
Yeah, the
So
secondary.
we'll see how that goes. And that pick six wasn't Mahomes' fault. That was Tony.
Yeah, I mean that was those slippery hands over there. But I have a question. Was there any thought that maybe part of the offensive woes had anything to do with the enemy leaving?
No, he wants to become a head coach back. You know, we talked about it for years, even before we even had a podcast. The enemy was worth, getting a head coaching job, and it's easy when you're offensive coordinator and you're tied to Patrick Mahomes. So we'll see how the Commandos do this season, and hopefully the enemy will step right into the head coaching spot. So I don't think it was much of it wasn't bad Chiefs. It was just horrible Tony. And Lions just held the line. They beat him up.
Held it well.
They beat him up front. Both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
Both sides of the ball. They beat him up front.
Fleck, question. You think they? I honestly think they can win their division. Do you think they can win their division?
Yeah. I think they will win the division. I'll take it one step further. I think they will win the division.
I agree.
The Lions, they're gritty. You know what I'm saying? Like they played in a lot of those one-score games last year. It's just they was on the wrong end of too many. I think they can be good. I think they can win that division. I got them winning that division.
Now, I'm not against them winning. I'm not picking against them. I'm just saying we still got to see how Minnesota comes to play, and I think we'll see a better Green Bay team as they were last year. Now, they got bad news of Watson already being out, and Dobbs may not even dress at all. So they're going to be playing from behind, as we said. But I'm not against that, and they might win. They might win. I still think that the Vikings will have something to say about that.
Do you? And the other part, I think a lot of people forget about. I mean, seeing the team on the field last night, it's kind of easy to forget. They still got J-Mo that will come back after 6 games, and when Jameson Williams comes back,
Yes, we know Alabama.
That's gonna get crazy.
Blah, blah, blah. We get it.
What?
No, you're right.
You know how I
No, you're absolutely right.
I'm
You
just
know,
saying.
No, but that's exactly what I said as well. You're absolutely right. They need another wide receiver because what if they double team St. Brown and he was killing them?
he was eating them up.
What if they find a way of stopping that part? They still need something else to help them out.
Laporta showed that he can be that release valve, that safety valve. So I mean,
I like that kid.
Laporta looked good last night.
We're not going to say Matt Laporta yet.
Sam Laporta.
Sam,
Whatever. Matt,
he said,
whatever.
But if you remember, what's the boy named Marvin Jones? He dropped the pass, so he dropped the what should have been a touchdown.
That was
Yeah,
old
right.
age. We're not gonna speak ill of the old age right now. Okay. Jimmy, you're kind of quiet. You got anybody playing last night fantasy wise?
Yeah, I told you I had Tony and Pacheco.
Oh, you're a double loser.
Yep,
yeah.
Same team or different team?
different team. I got like 7 fantasy.
Is that the one where all your cousins pick quarterbacks in the first round?
Nope. No, that's a Yahoo league. They
You
do
got
weird
a
stuff.
league where your cousins pick all
Bruh,
quarterbacks first round.
Bro, they was so
You didn't see
ridiculous
when he
with it.
posted it in the group text?
They were so ridiculous with
I'm
it.
on it.
Rob doesn't see what
They took
Rob only
Lamar-
sees what the
I
last
be doing all kind of extra stuff.
Like I took Justin Jefferson 1, and then Lamar Jackson went number 2.
I want in on this league next year. I don't give a shit what's going on. I need in. I want a piece of that. I want a piece of
You're gonna
that.
get a personal sensibility for you, Rob.
I can't allow you to come in and wreck this good thing that I got going on.
So I'm coming in. I'm telling you right now, I'm coming in with a mouthpiece in. I'm ready to tear their shirt off. What? I want a piece of that. Goodness gracious.
It was
The
so amazing.
offensive loss affects the Chiefs going forward.
No,
Nah.
as long as Kelsey come back, I think they'll be all right.
Well, you're gonna have 10 days off, so that definitely helps.
They're
Yeah.
too good to let that affect them. Hopefully, in those 10 days, they can sign Jones.
I want to see what that offense looks like at full health without the enemy.
Looked the same, like I said. Everything looked the same, other than the offensive line looked weak-ish.
Did it though?
Yeah, because Mahomes all he does is run in circles anyway and looks for Kelsey. That's the same thing.
He was still getting the ball out of his hands at the 0 hours because they had him. His knee was hovering over the ground and he was getting the ball out of his hands. So I was like,
They had a guy holding his leg and he didn't panic.
He pump faked with the dude holding his leg.
I'm like, how,
You saw that? I was like,
All the
dude,
dude
this
was
dude is a
holding his
monster.
leg.
like this is the most disrespectful. He's so disrespectful. It's like what was that movie? Was that Adam Sandler where he was out there playing with them little kids and sitting there stiff arming and pushing them down and stuff, playing football?
You talking about Billy Madison?
Yeah, that's what he looked like out there. Just messing with the little adolescent children.
Speaking of upsets, and who should be upset, which one was worse? Clemson losing or LSU losing to Florida State?
Clemson.
Clemson.
That ain't even close.
Clemson.
LSU played a top 10 team.
Exactly.
Clemson lost to Duke, and it wasn't even close.
Duke not even a football team.
Yeah,
I just
exactly.
had to throw it out there, gentlemen. Jeez.
And the worst part is they didn't just get beat. They got manhandled. They got pushed around.
They only scored what, 3 points?
7.
Oh,
I think, yeah.
Oh, I'm
And
sorry.
I think Clemson has what? Clemson has what? Something like 10, 5, and 4 stars on their roster, whereas Duke has none. Come on, sir. It was a mauling.
and it wasn't even close.
So
Not even.
I'm not gonna lie, it made me feel better after the LSU drubbing that they went out there and got handled the way they did and got their neck snatched. But LSU still, I told you last week they needed to win that game. So
feel good about your team losing.
So are we saying the season
What?
over for
you
Clemson?
said Florida?
Oh yeah, we got out, but we'll do. Hey, I ain't sitting up here trying to defend it. But yes, to answer your question, yes, yes, Clemson is done because that's not going to be their only loss. I mean, they still got FSU.
Yep.
Don't they play y'all? They play y'all.
If I know that.
Yep.
So that's going to be an L. So yeah, they're done.
They're finished.
And that's something else we was talking about last week too, right, Fleck? When he asked what we saw the Final Four, and we said depending on who won. So
that's why I said ask me that next week.
So you think Florida State will
Makes
make
it-
it? Do you think any team from the ACC can make it to the Final Four?
If there is one, it'll be Florida State.
yep, I think if Florida State keep playing the way they playing,
Give me until next week because I want to see this Miami team this weekend. I want to see what they look like.
Who they play this weekend?
Who is it? Hold on. Give me a second because I know they got a decent game this week. Well,
Miami plays Texas A&M.
A&M. There you go. Boom. So let's see what they do with that.
that's a decent game.
Is
Broke
A&M
out the second pick. Yeah, A&M 20.
A&M is decent.
23.
Yeah.
23.
All right.
We're talking about the ACC, sir. We're not talking about for us. We're talking about for the ACC.
I'm sorry, but you guys still have Vanderbilt, so you can't go out there and be like, oh.
Hey, you're not going to disrespect Dandy Vandy, sir. You're not going to disrespect Dandy Vandy.
We can talk about them. You can't.
That's for the Nashville market.
Exactly.
That's for the Nashville market.
I'm just saying. Come on.
That's like the little
That's
brother.
what the Nashville
We could talk about him.
You're not. Look, I can tell you who would not have lost to Duke last weekend. Dandy Vandy.
I don't know.
I don't know about that.
I'd love to see it. I want to see it. I would like to see Duke and Vandy go head to head because I just want to see what two sorry ass schools look like.
Duke, okay. The defense was what stepped up for Duke. Yes, they was running the ball. They was running the ball. They was running the hell out of the ball.
Yeah, that run game was crazy last
But
week.
Clemson didn't tackle right. Clemson on offense was turning the ball over. Clemson, it was bad, horribly bad.
Horrible bad.
Clemson last week.
Yeah.
So obviously Duke was fortunate enough that they got to see it first. And I won't be surprised if Duke turns around and loses the next 3 games. It's just how it may be, you know. So
They got Lafayette next, huh? I don't think they'll lose that one.
okay, yeah, you're right. I'm just saying. I won't be. This ain't Duke basketball. This is Duke football.
They're in the top 25 now after that.
Yeah, they are right.
Clemson was number 6 or 8 going in.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying the reasoning why. I'm just saying that they are.
Clemson is number 25, by the way, for those who don't know. They still top 25. So,
And
But
look,
are they though?
he said, "Are they though?"
But are they though? I mean,
think
they
they did
were horrible.
Dabo Sweeney a favor and kept them in the top
And look,
25. So he doesn't
That
lose
quarterback, looked okay. So he was supposed to be the savior after they got rid of. And I'm not even gonna jack up his name, but the previous starter,
Right.
Ugale. Was it Ugale?
Yeah.
Ukulele. Go ahead.
Ukulele,
Yeah, him.
Ukulolo.
So they got rid of him, thinking that this guy was going to be the next Trevor Lawrence coming in. I'm talking about Klubnik or Klubnik, however you say his name, the quarterback for Clemson. And he looked terrible. He looked horrible. I mean, that is the worst I've seen a Clemson team play in the Dabo era. Like they looked horrible.
Yeah.
I agree.
To
You know
a
what
Duke
was
team
worse?
that they probably were like 21-point
Favorite.
favorites against.
Yeah. You know what was worse though was the press conference after, and the way Dabo handled it. It was hideous to watch. It was just hard to watch. It was like watching Mitch McConnell speak. It was just hard to watch. It was hard to watch.
Tripping over his words.
We are going in on the elderly today, I see.
Oh, and this weekend, Dandy Vandy has a good game. They play Wake Forest this weekend, so we'll see.
Well, Wake Forest ain't got their starting quarterback because guess who does? Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. And y'all got a good game this weekend, I think. Y'all play North Carolina State.
That
I
stop.
thought they played.
Stop.
No, they play NC State. Y'all haven't beat NC State, though, in like
They're
3
good
years.
too.
Y'all haven't beat NC State, I don't think, in like 2 or 3 years, have you?
They ain't played them in 2 or 3 years.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know, they got that part-time ACC schedule.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot they're part-timers. That's right.
Hey, we still play whoever's in front of us.
We still play who's ever in front of us. That's a good response. I like it. I like your intensity.
Hey, I'm learning from Nick Saban and Bill Belichick.
You won't do that. You're not
We
going
own
to
the
do that.
NC State.
Look, you're not going to do that. Not while we're out here to play a real game this weekend. You're not going to do that.
Yeah, it's your only one for the next
No,
week.
you're not doing that. Not while we're
Who
out
y'all about to play this weekend?
4 weeks.
We play
Who y'all
Texas.
playing this weekend?
We play Texas.
The Florida.
They played the Longhorns.
Now, we're not
The
going
Florida
to
School of the Blind?
compare strength of schedules when I already know y'all played in Ireland and y'all played the School for the Blind last week. So we're not going to do that. You're not going to pretend like our schedules are somewhat similar with Notre Dame. No.
Florida got McNeese State this weekend, so that's probably another L.
You got who? McNeese State?
McNeese.
I can't even stand you right now. The way you said it just messed me up.
I don't know. So we talked about it. Well, you brought it up. Let's talk about it. Alabama, Texas this weekend.
Dogfight. It's going to be a dogfight. Texas is coming in. They high. They want to get vengeance for last year because they thought they should have won that game. So
They should have.
it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Thankfully, it's in Tuscaloosa this year. I'm looking for a good game. That's all I'm
So
saying.
my question is, y'all really gonna put the band way up there? The Texas band all the way up top?
It's the pig's Cuda Cat Port.
Wow.
Your ass is going up to the roof.
I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to put a full number in that statement, but
Because the bottom line is this: you did us dirty. You did LSU dirty the year before. You did us dirty last year. It's okay.
But Alabama, hold on. Alabama didn't bring their band though for that reason though last year.
That's why we didn't bring our band. But any of our fans who wanted to sit in our section, that's where our section was though, up on the roof, up near Jesus.
Oh wow.
So we're gonna do them the same way. If they fans want to come, you can sit up there. Go sit up on the roof. Go sit up high, real high, where the planes fly. That's where you can sit at.
But you don't think that helped y'all being up near Jesus when y'all was praying?
No. Look,
Y'all was
hey,
look, right there.
we
Y'all
prayed hard.
was having that good conversation.
We prayed hard, but yeah, we petty. We already know what it is. We being petty right now, and I like it.
I need to score. I need to score, Chef. I need to score to that game.
I'm gonna say the score is going to be 28-20.
Jimmy, what do you think?
I don't care.
Fair enough. I think it's gonna be a close game.
You sure
Texas looked
should be
good last
biased
year before
analyst.
Ewers got hurt, huh?
Jimmy needs to be a biased analyst. You know, I don't even want to talk about the SEC period, but yet here we are.
I don't care about Alabama.
Say what you said, Flick.
What you got, Fleck? What score?
So, like I was saying, Texas looked good last year before Ewers got hurt. And you could argue that this Alabama team isn't as strong as last year's Alabama team.
Oh.
No?
I can see that. The only thing I would say is our defense is better this year than it was last year.
Argument can be made.
But
They're not as good.
offensively, yes, you're right.
I don't know. That quarterback
how that
really
be?
circles around the offense last week.
He's not
And that's
right.
what I was about to say. It's Milroe's gonna use his leg. Am I saying his name right?
Yeah, Jalen
He
Milroe.
uses his
Yeah,
legs.
he was When a little bit, I watched, he was going around in figure eights.
He's a monster, and I don't think a lot of people understand how big that dude is. Like Jalen Milroe is about 225, 230. He clean snatches 550, like on a regular
Is
as
his,
a quarterback.
is his name Milrose or Milroe?
Milroe, ROE. Yeah, Milroe.
All that being said, Alabama 35, Texas 21.
Oh wow, okay.
No,
Well,
no love for Hewitt.
I'll give you my score now, I guess. I think Alabama wins because Texas misses a field goal at the end. Alabama 20, Texas 18.
What the hell?
Oh Lord!
I said what I said.
I was like, I'm so confused.
I said what I said.
3 outs going in that on that score.
I don't think it's gonna be a high scoring affair like that.
20-18.
And I don't know who's in the comments that just said roll tide, but roll motherfucking tide. I'm with you.
Bruh, what is wrong with you? You gonna get us kicked off the air?
I'm sorry. You know I got foul language.
All right,
We need to start
That was DeLon Russell.
taping on a delay and get a censor button.
Yeah, you don't have to do
I'll
something.
tell you what.
because-
He gonna get us kicked off.
I will control
Look,
my verbiage, and I will censor myself.
okay, yeah, all right, yeah. I just heard from the production crew. You, sir, have a meeting with the boss directly following this.
Yes, sir.
I just be like, I don't know who said that.
He says it's your boy D. You know somebody named D, DeLon Russell.
Yes, I do. That is my nephew. That's my nephew.
You
That-
cut
that's
your nephew.
That's who said roll tide.
Don't you?
That's why my nephew is the greatest. Roll Tide nephew.
That's the example you want to set.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I got some pretty good nephews.
Look, my nephew is a young staff sergeant. I think he's staff sergeant. He's a sergeant or a staff sergeant. He know what it is.
He don't
I mean, yeah, if he is staff sergeant, yeah, he definitely know what it is.
He knows a lot.
Right. I thought that was. I thought you
Speaking
meant
of
like
a lot of
young.
text for this weekend or last weekend is the media swallowing their whistles when it came to Deion Sanders and the Colorado team. We didn't talk about this last week because the game was on Saturday. We did talk about it on the radio show, but either way, was it 512 yards passing by Shedeur Sanders? Hunter playing 121 snaps, both on offense and defense.
4 players with over 100 yards receiving.
4 players with 100 yards receiving.
Let me tell you something. I didn't get to be on the show last week, but what they did last weekend was special. That was special. Shedeur looked amazing. Travis Hunter is he's different, bro. He's just him. He is him. And I watched some of the footage of some of the crowd talking to him, saying he's overrated and this and that. You can't do this, you can't do that. And then he goes out and just balls out of his mind. You get 100+ receiving yards on offense, and then you get like one of the best interceptions I've ever seen in football ever. Like, they played out of their mind last week, and if they continue to play like that, I'm just saying that USC and Oregon game are going to be must-watch TV.
Now, the only thing I'm going to add on to that is they played against a defensive TCU team who was ranked, and they got Nebraska, I believe, tomorrow.
Yes, it's Nebraska.
Yep.
Big game at noon.
It's their home
Cornhuskers
opener.
should be. I'm not picking the Cornhuskers tomorrow because if I ain't pick TCU, I'm sure it's heck not going to pick Nebraska.
Right.
Are we expecting the same amount of effort? We're going to see. We're going to see the same amount of effort, but are we going to see a result? So the same amount of results in back-to-back games.
This is their home opener. This is Colorado's home opener. So, yeah, I think, Deion's going to come out and have them boys ready to prove a point in front of their fans. They did it on the road. Now let us show you how it's going to be at home for a while.
They are going to rip.
They are definitely going to be challenged here in this next month or so. Because we're going to see if they're legit or if they're pretenders.
I don't know if they're doing any better. That was like amazing. You know what I'm saying? They're already up here. So usually there's only one way to go. Usually. Now I'm not advocating for it. What I'm saying is, do I expect the same? Yeah, I expect the same. You know, but do I expect better? I don't expect better.
I don't think anybody expects better, but I think we're going to get consistent.
Yeah.
Consistency is what is the word you should use. Like, I'm not going to say they got better. They won. They won at home. I mean, on the road against the runner-up for the national championship last year. Albeit that team is different from the team that lost in the championship, but still, they were number 14 at the time, 14, 16, something like that.
16.
They were decently ranked.
And it was a good game. I mean, they went back and forth with them. It was a good game. Like, it was a good game. TCU lost. But like I said, with the Colorado team, we're going to see if they're legit here this next month, because they got Nebraska, then they got Colorado State, but then they got, like Rob said, they got Oregon and USC back to back.
Yeah.
And the USC game is on the road.
It's on the road.
My issue is their defense. Their defense, they got to be better. They have to be. They was running all over them boys.
I think their defense is going to tighten up more and more with the more games they play. And I think we'll see a very different defense by the time they get to Oregon than we saw against TCU.
And Travis Hunter is basically shutting down half of the field. He's pulling the field.
Off limits.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to get to the point, if he continues to play the way he played against TCU on defense, it's going to get to the point where teams are going to be scared to throw to him.
Is that sustainable, Fleck? Playing both sides of the ball every possession.
No, it's not sustainable.
Who knows his body better than him?
Exactly. And my thing is, we didn't think we'd ever see anybody do that for a game in the first place. I don't know if we won't see this kid do it all season long. And the scary part is, I'm not going to doubt him.
And I'm not either.
It's not sustainable. He
knows his body better than you knows his body.
Right.
He does, but that's still, I don't think that's sustainable, and that's just putting him in.
Until you don't see it, you have to believe it.
Yeah, that's true.
He knows his body better than I do.
Yeah, but who's to say that he not gonna go out there trying to play on both sides and now he blows something out? He gonna blow out his knee, blow out his Achilles, do anything.
Going there.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying that these things happen. Because that stuff happens, and the more mileage,
him blowing something out.
Because he putting extra mileage on his body. He putting all this mileage on his body. So
he can handle it. Who are you?
I don't care. He can do what he wants. But I'm just saying.
Don't see it. You have to believe. I mean,
either way.
And until I don't see him doing it,
okay. All right, and when he blows something out, then what they go do?
But this is the thing though. We're talking about it now, like he might blow this out and blow that out, but it's not like he's done this already for like a season, or he's been doing this his whole football career. If this kid does what it looks like he's been doing in the off season and taking care of his body and training himself to play like that, I find it hard to believe that he can't sustain that. And you know, who's to say that he can't say, you know what, hey, I need a minute, coach. Let me get a second. Because Prime will listen. Prime is going to listen to him.
Sophomore or junior?
Hey,
he's a junior, I think. Is he a sophomore?
He's a sophomore. If he can sustain it, then
more scared. That's even more terrifying.
If he can sustain it, then more power to him. I just don't want to see the young man get hurt. I want to see him able to live out his dreams and play on Sundays, and doing that and playing both sides of the ball. I don't think, and that is my opinion, I don't think that it will be sustainable. And I think he's putting unneeded mileage on his body that he doesn't need to do.
And I feel you. I definitely feel you. And cause the last thing I know none of us want to see is that young man hurt. And we want to see, I ain't gonna front, I would love to see him do it though, because if he plays at the tempo and rate that he's been playing, and he can sustain that, we have literally, he's a damn mutant. He is a mutant.
I would love to see it, but I don't want him. I don't want to see him get hurt trying to attain something like that.
I want to.
Amir, you put it perfect last week when you called him the Shohei Ohtani.
And that's exactly what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna twist it up just a quick second. Yes, he's doing what Shohei Ohtani is doing for baseball, but now Shohei Ohtani is not gonna be able to pitch for a year and a half because he has to get a second Tommy John surgery. I don't know if we put that out there, but this past week he has to get surgery after the season is over. He's not gonna be able to pitch next year, so that takes away the mystique of Shohei Ohtani. Now back to Hunter, the equivalent can be, can he sustain playing on offense and defense? Because we haven't seen it. We saw Woodson try it. We saw Dion try it. We ain't seen it every snap. We have not seen it for every snap. This kid is playing every snap. Yes, he's young. Can he do it now? Of course he can. Dion has inspired him. But is it smart to do that going forward as he heads to the NFL?
I think Dion loves this kid this much. Dion loves Travis Hunter this much that if he sees he's being a detriment to himself, he's going to pull it. So I'm going to trust Dion to do what's best for that young man because that's what he's done so far.
Right, but to Amir's point, he's saying because we've seen it happen in the NFL where players have tried to play on both sides of the ball, but when you're drafted, they're going to draft you for a specific position. So which position, and they're asking in the comments too, which position should he focus on for trying to get drafted?
To go there with you, I'll say defense because
I say corner.
Yeah, because dude he's obviously good both ways, but he's special on defense.
He's
right.
special.
Like he's great on offense, but he's special on defense.
Right. And this is like you say, this is sophomore year, so he's not eligible until next year. I feel like next year he should really narrow it down and say, I want to focus on this. So when it's time for me to go into the draft, this is where they're taking a serious look at me. Yeah, you can go both ways, but he needs to take a serious look at just playing one position to qualify for the draft.
But to my point, Dion is going to do what's best for this young man.
And
Dion is well connected in the NFL circle.
Right.
You don't think he's going to hear, hey, you need to keep him on. Let me finish. You need to keep him on the defensive side.
Let you finish?
That's what. You know what?
Who jumped on you? I didn't jump on you.
So, and Fleck, you hit it. And the other part is, one, if you're going to play both sides of the ball, who better to coach you than Deion Sanders? And then two, the guy, Prime is going to be, one, he's going to promote the kid, but he's also going to be extra protective of the kid. Just like he is with all of his players, but he's going to be really protective of that kid because that kid and him have a real special bond. And they have formed that friendship, just like the one kid, the other 100-yard receiver that played for him in dang on like Pee Wee League or something like that.
Graham, the running back.
And he said he's going to be special. Prime is just right now. Prime is just that dude in NCAA football coaching that one you don't want to see him talking to your damn players. You never want to see him talking to a player of yours.
I'm going to play devil's advocate just for one quick second, though. You're not wrong. I agree. Deion Sanders has proven all the haters wrong. And I'm caveat on that because he's trying to prove all the haters wrong. You think that he's going to be careless in his coaching, winning first, prove the doubters second? What if?
I think Deion's going to do what's best for those kids. I mean, that's the cliche answer, but he's going to do what's best for those kids, and that's why them kids are willing to run through a brick wall for him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you an example.
What's best for those kids?
I'm gonna give you an example. During the game, TCU running back went down with an injury. Deion went, tapped him on the helmet, and said, "Hey, get back up, kid. You're the only one that's beating us right now. Go play for your team." Deion motivating player, got it. Deion being inspirational, got it. But it's like, hey, he's running these boys through a wall if need be.
But he knows that
He might be.
But he knows
first.
He knows their
He knows
mentality.
Trey Sanders.
He's drafted. Yeah.
He knows Trey Sanders.
Trey Sanders was when Trey Sanders was in the transfer portal.
What I'm saying is, what if he just what if again? What if I'm agreeing with all of you guys. Not wrong. I'm just playing a little bit of devil advocacy here. Where what if winning is first right now because he has to prove that he is prime time still.
I don't think that's the line of thinking.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't think that's. I can't speculate on that part because I don't feel in my heart that that's Deion's mindset when it comes to them kids.
Right.
I can't even play devil's advocate on that because.
Well, somebody has to. Okay. Somebody has to. We got to cover all our bases, right?
I don't know if that person is on this panel.
Right. I think it's more so that whenever he has a relationship with a player and he knows the type of player they are and the potential, he knows sometimes they may need a little extra motivation.
Well, he brought 89 new players into the program.
Oh, yeah.
He got 89 players to ask right now.
And look, the prime example of what you're saying right now, he brought all those new players because he, like he said, I bought my Louis luggage with me. But the one of the kids that stayed and played and went through it all, he ended up making a big time interception last week because he was like one of their star linebackers last year. He does it in an unorthodox way, I'm sure, what a lot of people think. But Prime is really a true motivator of these kids, and he's got their best interest at heart, and he's going to push them to the point where they're going to be in the conversation to go into the draft and be drafted.
I will ask one more question before we move on to this. Knowing that your offense has 4 wide receivers, 100+ receiving yards, don't you think Hunter you may not need Hunter on the offensive side of the ball?
Hell, he was one of them.
No, I get that. But knowing that you already have the options.
Like I said, I think, and I keep saying this, once Deion feels like, okay, Travis, we need you to concentrate on defense. Yeah. We got offense straight. We straight on offense. We'll give you a couple of plays a game, but you're not going to play the whole game. He's going to do that.
Right.
And Hunter's going to be receptive to it because of how much respect and love he has for Deion.
Right.
Yeah, outside of Alabama and Texas this weekend, before we go off of college football, Jim, the panel, is there any other game worth looking at this weekend? Worth mentioning?
Nah. Most players playing.
Thank you for the enthusiasm.
Most of the teams is playing lower level teams anyway, like LSU playing Grambling. So it's nothing to really. Most of them are playing teams where they can try to either get back on a winning record, or they can try to shake off some of them cobwebs from week 1. So I don't see any other games that'll be real interesting this week.
Might do some work. You never know.
Grambling? Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. Grambling.
If they do, I mean,
I mean, there's some other decent games. I mean, Colorado, Nebraska, that should be a good win. Ole Miss plays Tulane. That's a top 25 matchup. And Rob mentioned it earlier, Miami and Texas A&M. So there's some other good games that I think be good games.
Yeah. That's the one I was going to say. That Texas A&M Miami game, I really want to watch that game. I think it's going to be more interesting than a lot of people think it's going to be, and it's going to be very competitive.
And let's not forget Notre Dame versus NC State. And yes, I said that with a straight face.
That's a low-key good game.
It'll be a dogfight for Notre Dame.
Hater. You sourpuss today.
I said what I said.
You sourpuss today.
I said what I said.
Take it and have it.
Huh? You save that energy for the morning show. You go be over this. How's your morning? Whatever. That's what you're gonna do for the morning show this coming week?
Yep, this week.
On Bob 95, by the way, catch our own JB on the morning show. If you want to wake up to Mr. Grouchy Pants,
all week.
He's the one you want to tune into.
One last one I forgot was playing this weekend is USC has Stanford this weekend.
USC or Stanford.
It'll be all right.
I forgot about that.
We'll
see how it plays out, but it should be interesting.
we are going to move on. We know this is opening weekend for the NFL. I guess I'm going to go around the room and say, let's predict your team, and let's predict the one game that you guys want to see play or game, how it goes. I'm going to start with Mr. Grouchy Pants himself, because you got the toughest matchup, I believe, with the Steelers. Steelers and 49ers.
Yeah,
that should be a hard-hitting game.
Yeah, that's gonna be a dogfight. I'm still go take my guys to win it. We 2-point favorites right now, 2.5-point favorites. I think they'll. I think the end score will be somewhere around 24-30. 49ers win. But they gonna make it a hard game to right up until the end. So I'm taking the 49ers with it.
And what game are you looking forward to seeing outside of your own, obviously?
That's a good question, sir. Let me take a look. Hang on.
While we're waiting on you, Tennessee plays who?
Saints.
The Saints.
Saints, New Orleans Saints.
Whoa, that's actually a tough opener.
The
New Orleans or Tennessee?
It's in New Orleans.
Yep.
Mm. Ooh.
Yeah. New quarterback, new running back. Hopefully, that doesn't equate to success for him and for.
I'm looking forward to the Saints team. See how
defense is just about the same though. You know what? I was telling Rob right before y'all jumped on here. It's people down here that's talking about they're not scared of Derrick Henry.
I don't know why not.
I was like, I better get y'all minds together because he coming in here with fresh legs. Y'all better. All right, y'all can play if y'all want to.
Talk to me about the offense. Talk about the offense. You talked about Derrick Henry. That's what
I was about to say. I'm interested in seeing how that offense looks. You know what I'm saying? Because now you stack that box against Henry, you leaving D-Hop out there one-on-one.
Burks healthy to play tomorrow?
Burks is active. So, you know what I'm saying? And then you got Chig at tight end. So that offensive line, are they going to give him more time to do it? The offensive line sucks.
Who's the tight end?
The offensive line sucks.
What's his name?
Aquanu. I can't say it.
Okay, I'm about to say it. I was hoping you could say it because I can't say it.
I couldn't either. That's why I was like, I was trying to get it out. I couldn't do it either.
He's from Wakanda.
Look, that's why I got close to the damn screen because I'm like, what is
anything else?
How do you say it? Oh, I thought you said you could say it.
No, I was trying to get close to hear you say it.
Amir. I thought Amir said
I said I could say Antetokounmpo all day long.
But you can't say Giannis.
Still can't say Giannis.
He can't say Giannis.
Like, quit trying to say it with a G and say it with a Y.
It's Giannis.
It's Giannis.
I can't. I'm just.
But anywho, I think Tennessee can go in there and get a win in NOLA. It'll be close, 17-14 type game. It'll be close. But I think Tennessee can go in there and get a win. And the game that I want to see this weekend, I'm not even going to mention that Monday night game. That Monday night game is going to be a good one. I want to see the Dolphins and the Chargers. That should be a good matchup.
That should be an amazing game. That's amazing for it. We are anticipating two at least being healthy one game. So that's going to be that's going to be an amazing
guy that was picked right behind him, Herbert. So
that's crazy. Over and under 8 games for Ryan Tannehill.
Started or playing?
Alive. What do you want me to say?
He did alive.
I mean, over. And I only say over because I think they're not in full. They're not going to embrace this rebuild that they should have embraced this offseason. They're not embracing it.
No, they definitely ain't.
So
Rob, your Ravens have the Texans. They got the Texans this weekend. C.J. Stroud has not looked like C.J. Stroud so far, anyway.
Right.
How big of a margin is this win going to be Sunday?
So OBJ just got cleared, so he is completely cleared. No restraints.
He said he was never injured. I just want to put it
So
out there.
Yeah, it was a maintenance day.
yeah, it was maintenance all.
Just like with Kenneth Walker. It was a
I'm
maintenance.
gonna say 14 points. I'm gonna go 14 points because this new offense, I like it. I like what I'm hearing about it. Zay Flowers is going to be amazing in it. And from what they're saying about Rashad Bateman, apparently he's healthy. He looks great. He's open to the new offense.
He looked good in Madden. I'll tell you that. I throw that out
I'm
there.
quite sure he does.
Yeah.
And so him, Dobbins, all are happy with the new offense. They're also putting more on Lamar's plate to allow him to
No
make a
reward.
good field. So, and we're not even going to have to mention Mark Andrews because he's going to be a man among the boys. And
Melvin Gordon.
I don't want to talk about him.
When y'all going to get Hollywood back?
The great, yeah, he should stab himself. So we're gonna go ahead and Isaiah Likely. I love the progression from Isaiah Likely. So I think 14 points.
Chef has came with violence this show.
And
I'm glad that
the
was
stab
water. It
himself.
wasn't like juice or liquor.
so the game that I'm really looking forward to, other than the ones that you guys have already mentioned, is Amir's team playing the Cowboys.
That's the one I was about to say.
Cannot wait to see the unveiling of your team because I think Saquon, his back is against the wall, and I really think Saquon is going to come out here and ball out this season with Brian Daboll's offense and the addition of Waller, even though he's injury prone.
I was about to say he's hurt now. He's on the.
I think
questionable.
he's always. But when is
Yeah.
he not on the doggone list? Though? I'm just saying Waller is always on the list. But hopefully he's on the field. If Waller touches the field, I really think it's going to be a good game. And I do think the Giants are going to win. And I'm calling it right now. I think the Giants win by 10.
Well, Amir, talk about your team since Rob started it.
Yeah.
How do you see the game going?
I approve everything Rob said, other than the score. I'm still skeptical when it comes to the Giants. I don't think they've done enough on offense. If you guys noticed, all last year, it was timely defense that gave them those wins. What Daniel Jones has done is not turn the ball over. He was the most efficient quarterback in the NFL last year. Now, is that something you want to say you're the best at? Just being efficient, which means you're all you are is a game manager, you know. So
You don't think they did enough on offense?
I'll take it.
No.
They added Waller. They added Jalen Hyatt, and
You can have all the speed in the world, but if you can't throw it downfield,
But I'm gonna say this.
So you don't think Daniel Jones can get it downfield? That's
You-
I don't think so.
Look, you know who the best game manager probably was in the beginning of his career? Tom Brady. That's all I'm
If we
saying.
just mentioned Daniel Manning and Tom Brady in the same sentence.
Tom Brady.
I had to take a stab at it. I had to dive at it. I know with both hands.
If
But
you
I'm
look
just
at
saying,
his teams,
as far as game management, Tom Brady was not a big play guy initially. He was just a game manager, a really good one.
if you look
Now,
at his
he
teams,
evolved into goat foolishness. But I'm just gonna say, initially, Tom Brady was just a good game manager who had a phenomenal defense that played out of their mind.
yeah, if
You're
you look
not
at
wrong because
receivers,
even Matt Castle went 11-5 in that system. Just want to throw that out
Bingo.
there.
Hallelujah. Say it again. There it is. Matt Castle,
That's all I'm
baby.
going to say. I'm going to get stabbed by past Brady fans. But the game I'm looking forward to, and I guess we all hinted at, obviously, is Monday Night Football. The Jets and the Bills. Who are we rooting for? Are we rooting for anybody specific? Are we rooting for Aaron Rodgers and not the Jets? Are we rooting? I know you got
Yes,
Garrett
we-
Wilson. I know you're going to Garrett Wilson.
I was about to say, fantasy-wise, I'm rooting for the Jets. 'Cause I got Garrett Wilson in every league I'm in except one.
I'm rooting for DeMar Hamlin.
I'm rooting for DeMar Hamlin.
I'll play devil
I don't want to
advocate.
sound like an
and
asshole. I'm not rooting for him because he's already
That's-
back.
That goes without saying.
Right.
That goes without saying.
The second, I think one of y'all said it on the show last week. The second he steps on the field, he's already won
Comeback player of the year.
Comeback player of the year. Yeah. So it's like,
But it's not right because he didn't miss any time. So it's like,
but
Technically,
I know.
fundamentally, that's
I
what's
know.
going on.
yeah.
But
We're not crapping on the story. It'll be an amazing moment. I'm pretty sure he'll get his
flowers.
standing ovation. He'll get his love. Yes, he'll get his flowers, as we say. Who wins?
I'm gonna tell you right now. Prepare yourself. Jalen Hyatt is going to be amazing in your offense. I'm gonna leave it right there. I ain't gonna tell you nothing else.
My offense.
Jalen Hyatt is probably one of the best steals of the draft. I'm leaving it there.
He's in the Giants.
I like how, yeah.
All right.
What's up, Jim?
Your tight end's name is Chigoziem Okonkwo.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Say it. Sip it on scissor. Yeah, say it.
I said Chig.
Okonkwo. Chigoziem Okonkwo.
Pineapples. I don't like it.
That's why we call him T.
That don't even
Shaka
sound
Khan
impressive. I don't like it.
I'm not.
I don't know.
That's why we call him Chig.
Yeah, I will get Giannis right before I get that right at all.
Hey, say it one more time. Say it one more time for me. Just one more time.
What? I don't understand what we're saying wrong. I don't understand what I'm saying wrong.
You saying
Say
a
it
G?
with a G and not a Y. Say it with a Y.
But
Say it one more
it's
time.
spelled Giannis.
Right, but say it with a Y though.
But it's Greek. It's Greek.
Giannis.
Greek.
No, not with
People
a-
in Greece don't pronounce G's.
Yeah,
Not
you
with
guys
a
been to
G.
Greece?
Say it
Yes.
with the
You
Y.
guys been to Greece?
Yes.
Take the G off.
so
Say it with the Y.
so we.
I'm gonna learn eventually when I get out there. I don't know. I can buy myself a jersey, maybe.
Say it one more time.
Take
One more
the
time.
G
Let me get
off.
one more time.
And say it with the Y sound.
Giannis.
You still saying it with a G.
I
Then there's no G there. And put a Y in front of it.
Oh my God.
I can't. Now,
Oh my goodness. Oh, it felt good.
What is this?
so
What am I doing?
I'm moving on. I'm moving
What am I
on.
doing?
Wakanda
What
forever.
am I doing?
I'm moving on.
Am I gunning or am I yawning?
I said Wakanda forever. I'm moving on. Okay.
Am I gunning or am I yawning?
We have the NFL Survivor Pool, gentlemen.
Oh my
And I
God.
want you guys to announce who you guys picking for the Survivor Pool for this weekend. Not all at once.
Shit.
Hell, I had to go back to see who I picked.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
No, my mind, man. Okay, yeah, I got Jacksonville over Indy.
Oh,
I got Jacksonville over Indy.
You got
son of a-
Jacksonville over India.
Yeah, I
You
think
son of a
that
bitch.
Jacksonville
You-
offense is gonna be on point, and that Indy team is still young and learning.
So look, let me tell you something. Last year, me and you, we never talked about our picks.
You pick
And
the
we
same
picked
thing.
almost the same
You
every
pick the
week.
same thing.
We picked the same pick again this week.
Pick the
You
same
pick the
one.
Jags over the Colts.
Yes,
You
I
already
did.
picked it.
Wow.
Yo,
Wow.
and I promise y'all, we do not talk about our
We
picks.
do
amongst
not talk
each other.
about this. I swear to God, we
do
don't.
not talk. We do not discuss who we're
Nothing.
picking.
We have
The only
not
person that gets
mentioned
all
nothing
of our
about
picks
another.
is Amir.
Yeah. That's good stuff. My man.
Okay.
My man.
Jimmy, who you
Look,
got?
that's at Montgomery. That's at Montgomery Prattville connection right there, baby.
There you go.
That's Montgomery Prattville.
Are you stepbrothers enough? You guys
I mean, we
ain't
can
best
keep it
friends?
up. You want us to keep it up? We can keep it up.
Hey, I'm just saying, we won money last year. That's all I'm saying.
You
Yeah,
let
we
him
We
go.
did.
won money. So yeah.
JB, who you got?
I'm gonna take the Commanders.
The car-
So no love for Arizona.
Really? Yeah.
Hey, I told you, Dobbs is going to win games he shouldn't win, and that's going to be one of them.
That's a risky one. That's what I was thinking. Dobbs is not who I want to play around
He's
with.
going to win. He's going to win more. He's going to win games that he shouldn't win.
A lot of people
I was
don't.
leaving-
He already
Right.
knows your offense.
That's fine.
At that point.
Q said he's taking the Commandants too.
No, I was leaning toward the Commanders. But then I thought about week 1, maybe Arizona make a statement because Josh
all I'm
Dobbs. I don't know. I'm gonna take a safe pick, and I dress for the occasion, and I'm taking the Ravens this Sunday. Yeah, I might need them later, but last
And
week
that's why I didn't want to choose them.
I didn't make it out of week 2, so
That's
I
why I was
don't.
like, no,
Right.
I'm not doing it this week.
But I and that's why I picked the Commandants, because at what point are you
FU
going to have a chance to
49ers,
pick
by the
them
way.
before?
Well, I mean, and that's why I picked Jacksonville. That's not a sexy name to pick every week.
How did you lose to the
Right.
Falcons?
Now, I will say this.
Jimmy, how did you lose to the Falcons? How did the 49ers lose to the Falcons?
Because for whatever reason, Kyle Shanahan can't beat his old team.
I was so upset that day.
Not more than me.
I'm going with the Ravens. I'm hoping they do just enough, and Houston Texans they can't figure out their offense till week 8. So I'm gonna pick whoever's playing against them for the first 7 weeks. That's what I'm going with, and we'll see how that goes. Speaking of disappointments, since the 49ers disappointed us, the USA basketball team disappointed in FIBA this morning and lost in the semifinal game. Yeah, there we playing Canada,
Yeah, little person.
and Shea Gilgeous Alexander is their
And
starter.
Dylan Brooks.
And
And
Dylan
Dylan Brooks. They've been playing all their buddies over there in the semifinal game the bronze medal game. We need another redeem team.
No, because that's not the team that's going to represent the Olympics anyway.
That's
not.
FIBA.
Who's left?
Like, that's-
though? These guys don't want to play no more. LeBron don't want to play. Steph
Le-
wanna play.
LeBron is already
You still got the
LeBron is
Devin
already
Booker,
teasing
yeah.
playing in the Olympics next year.
Yeah, they'll be there.
Yeah, they'll come back.
It's next year. Yeah, it's next. It's not in 4 years. It's next year.
Oh, it's next year.
Yeah.
Next
Yep.
Yeah, 2024.
Paris, right? They're in Paris.
Yep. Paris.
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
LeBron's already
Yeah, so that's
saying
not
he
going
might
to
be
be the
there.
same team that we see in the Olympics. But Anthony Edwards is that dude.
He is that
He is
dude.
that dude.
Yes, he
That
is.
dude, he's already shown it because he just got that Supermax rookie extension. He's that dude.
Yeah.
And he proved it to me over there in the FIBA
Wherever
tournament.
they're at. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, in the FIBA tournament.
Look, I'm
That's
gonna
what
tell
I'm
you
trying to say. FIBA tournament.
Austin Reeves. Anybody who didn't think Austin Reeves was nasty, you might want to reevaluate. He is.
It's just hard to get your game together and playing with LeBron. And no
Yeah.
knock on LeBron. It's hard to be a
Right.
superstar in that roster.
Yeah.
I'll say this also: Austin Reeves, he's good, but he's a liability on defense. Like they were putting him in pick and roll
No.
situations and killing him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't play
doesn't
defense.
well at all.
He cannot play
Offensively, he's
Yeah,
not.
offensively he's good, but
He's just nice. But
Danny
yeah,
Theus was killing them down low.
huh?
Danny Theus
Nice.
was killing them. And he got
Him,
Schroeder, which I didn't know was German.
Yeah.
And now that I think
He
about it,
came over
Schroeder
here.
is a German name, but
I remember him coming.
he was putting in work for Germany. I didn't see that coming though.
and
Yeah,
Schroeder.
that's who Amir
Yeah.
was just talking.
Would you, I'm still tripping on him. Like Schroeder, really? Germany?
Right after he went off on the coach.
From Germany.
And he almost fought the coach.
Yep.
He almost
Came from Germany.
I don't understand how people didn't know he was German.
When the Falcons drafted him, I remember when. I said the Falcons. I remember when the Hawks drafted him.
I don't understand how people didn't know he was German. His name is Schroeder.
Yeah, I knew he was German. That's what I'm saying. I knew he was German.
I'm putting 2 and 2 together. I'm gonna start a new page for him. I'm pretty sure his dad was probably military. His wife was a German woman. They met up. Here comes Dennis.
Yeah.
I'm building a whole backstory to this. I don't
He
know
looked
what it is,
he looked
but
like
it
he
makes sense to me.
he looked like he African and German.
All I'm saying is, the Rainbow Club in Germany, a lot of children were produced there. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Yeah, he was born in Germany though.
Forget you and your free codes. Go ahead and
German
enjoy your
father
NBA.
and mother.
Oh, he got a German father and mother?
German father. What is Gambian? West Africa.
Gambia.
African.
He's from Gambia. He's African.
So
Africa.
The mother,
See?
the mother is from there, that place.
That's the south part of Germany.
I'm not
I
even going
just
to
said-
go into the
That is,
details of how that works out. I'm just going to tell you that that's normal.
I literally just said he looked African and German.
You literally just said it too, literally. And soon as Flex said it, I was like, I am
We
not.
just start just being racist.
No,
possible.
I was stationed in Germany.
I was talking about
I know exactly. I know exactly. I got firsthand knowledge.
Mr. Sourpuss himself.
Yeah, it's
I
possible.
remember this girl that was half black and half German.
See, this is why we can't have nice things.
Me and Jim was talking about that earlier this week.
This is why we can't have nice things, Flex.
Gentlemen, before we wrap up, what are y'all looking forward towards this weekend outside of the NFL?
Outside of the NFL, isn't our UFC 293 this weekend?
Israel
Think so.
Adesanya fights on
Yeah.
Saturday night.
That'll be a good one.
That's what I'm looking forward to right there.
It'll be a real good one.
Yeah,
Nobody else looking forward to anything?
Yeah, we got to look forward to that
I'm
awkward
still,
silence.
I'm
Yeah,
all
I feel like
college
it got real quiet just then.
you know me, I love college football. So
Well, I know I'm torn right now because I dislike equally Alabama and Texas, and me living in the Longhorn State, and we'll be watching with an Alabama friend. I don't know. I'm just gonna laugh at both sides. If something happens, and when they score, I'm gonna take a shot. Like I don't really know how to go about this game and who I'm rooting for. I just figure maybe Texas beats Alabama, and then Texas will lose to like Texas State or something. I don't know.
so
I find that to be the best thing to do, though, Amir. You just laugh at everybody.
When I'm conflicted like that, I hold off judgment until the end. Like Florida State and LSU, I held off judgment until the end, and then
Nah, it's not fun.
No,
though.
you didn't, you liar. You hated everybody.
You get an aneurysm if you hold it in.
I hate them both equally. That's what I'm saying.
I like to
hate
talk
'em both
crap
equally.
in the midst of it.
So I hate them both equally. So I held off most of my judgment until the end, and then I went in on that fan base.
Rob, what you got for
And
us?
talk crap about FSU, and they beat y'all.
So look, I'm gonna go off the beaten path. So my sports fact is really random this time.
Isn't it always?
Huh?
Isn't it always?
It very much is.
Yes.
So we're gonna go to hockey. We're gonna go to hockey, right?
You can't get basketball right.
I don't even want to. Don't do this. Don't mess this up for me. Let me have this. Let me have my moment. So, if this one player had never scored a single goal, he would still be the NHL all-time point leader with his assists alone, which is a whopping number of 1963.
Gordie Howe.
Who is it?
Wayne Gretzky? I don't know. That's like
I'm gonna say Bobby Hall.
player I know.
That's a good one too. What about you, Jim?
I say Gordie Howe.
That's another good one. But Fleck is right. It's Gretzky.
I mean, there's a reason he called the great one.
I was gonna say that, but I was like, that's too easy.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you
I
have
had
to
to
go
make
with
it a little bit simple this week because I've been making them a little bit more difficult this week, lately and whatnot. But yeah, that just shows the greatness of Gretzky. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy though to even think that.
Yeah, if you think about it, that's bananas. Like if he
You said he would
wouldn't,
have led the NHL in scoring
And never
without
scored.
scoring a goal.
yeah, off his assists
That's
alone,
crazy.
that's bananas.
All right, gentlemen. It's been a good one. Catch us on Sunday, Bob95station.com, Bob95, or on the Parlay Period app for the All Sports Matters radio show, 11 Eastern, 10 Central. Catch us when we cut up a little bit more there. Hopefully, Mr. Sugar Sourpuss there is a little happier come Sunday morning, but I doubt it. Good luck next week on the morning show of Bob 95, Mr. JB. We always go to show the love Might be a little bit too early for me, but we'll see. But good luck next week. Gentlemen, good luck with your teams this weekend. Because you know I'm going to be talking trash regardless whether my team wins or not. This has been the All Sports Matters podcast. Tune in next Friday. Tune in Sunday. Thank you. JB, take us out.
Roll Tide. Roll.